we'll start in a supported fish. So 2 blocks. Sitting in front of them, one behind the shoulder blades, one behind the head. Take your time, mute yourself, and get into that, and that's where we'll start. Great. And then starting with feet to the floor, knees bent, just as you settle into this first shape. Make sure that the block behind your chest is really at the base of the shoulder blades and your whole low back is free. There's nothing there. Your butt bones are on the floor and then the back of your skull comes down. And it feels nice to kind of let the arms open wide for me. If that feels good for you, you can do that. And then if you want to extend the legs out longer or do anything else, you could do feet together, knees apart, and put other blocks that you might have under your 2 knees. You can. Yeah. Nice. And then let the blocks do the work for you. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Relax the jaw. I just came from the dentist. I was just telling Erin, and she was telling me how many patients have come in with jaw clenching problems because of all of the stress that we're all under. I don't know if you felt that way, but I've definitely felt like I've been clenching my jaw at night. So paying particular attention to that, unhinging the jaw, letting the tongue rest behind your 2 front teeth. And since you're all muted and you can't really hear each other, just take a few rounds of breaths on your own, in through the nose from the belly and out through the mouth, so that in the freedom of being muted, you can maybe make some noise in your exhales and let go of the day that you've had so far, let go of some any extra tension. You can flutter the lips. Just be free with it. And then fill your lips and let your breath become natural again, in and out of the nose, but from the belly. So no more exaggerated breaths, just a natural cycle of inhales and exhales that are even, or allowing the exhales to be longer than the breath in. Scanning your body from top to bottom, see if you're holding maybe in the low back or in the glutes. If you do feel like you're holding in the low back, you might want to return your feet to the floor, knees bent. I'm doing that with my feet a little wider than the hips so that the low back can really release and I can be in this shape. 10 more breaths. Last 3. One more inhale and exhale. And then bring your feet to the floor, knees bent if they're not already. Yeah, heel to them, hips distance again. Reach your arms up over your head and tap your fingernails to the floor behind you and try to really extend to the side waist. And then stretch your arms up to your ceiling and down to the floor. Bend the elbows and lift your head and neck up. And then all you're going to do is move the block that was under your chest down a notch to the lowest height so that it's low and wide like this. And then you're going to take your head block out of the way and move it off of your mat. If you want, if we're going to come down again into this, now the head is on the floor, but if the floor is just way too far and you feel like your neck is cranked, you can take a blanket or a pillow or a towel or something that's lower than a block for your head. Just watch you guys for a sec. Yeah. And now you're in the same shape, but it might be a little bit more intense, even though it's lower to the ground. You might feel like you're in a back bend more. And we're going to do something with arms. So lift the arms up to your ceiling. And then eagle wrap the right arm under your left arm. Hug the elbows away from your face, even if you're just hugging yourself in eagle rather than doing the double wrap. Elbows away from your face. And then if you have the eagle wrap with the double wrap, make a fist with your left hand, grab the wrist with your right hand, and then punch your left fist to the floor behind your head. And to breathe, turn your chin to the left, so that you're hooking your chin over your left shoulder head. It might feel really constricted, but it'll be okay. We watch you guys. Yeah, you could swallow a couple of times, flushing out the thyroid. Really arcing over this block. Elbows are up to the ceiling. And especially if this is intense for you, where can you relax it? Make the exhales longer again. Relax the jaw, relax the forehead, relax the glutes. Swallow a couple of times to remind yourself that you are able to breathe here. Relax even the wrap of the arms. Try not to tighten the arms too much. 10 breaths. Last 3. One more breath in. And exhale. Unravel the arms as you look up to the ceiling and take your fingernails back behind you again, tapping the floor, just draped over your block. Neck is free, throat is free. You can even rock your head a little side to side. And then one more, arms up. Eagle wrap, left arm under your right. Hook your chin over your, first grab your wrist with your left hand, make a fist with your right hand, elbows away from your face. Punch your right hand fist over your head to the floor, and then turn your chin to the left and hook your chin over your shoulder. Sorry, hook your chin to the right so that the chin just hooks over the top bicep. Swallow, breathe. Comfort yourself in this place that's uncomfortable. And breath. Two. One more breath in. Exhale, unravel the arms, look up, take your hands behind you, tap your fingernails to the floor. And then circle them down to the ground by your hips. Hug the elbows in, lift your head and chest up gently, gently, walking the elbows inwards. And then move the block that was behind your back out of the way and lower all the way down. One more back bend, bridge pose. Lift your hips up and take one or two blocks underneath you. You could do 2 blocks wide across the base of your pelvis. You could do 2 blocks standing right next to each other, the tallest height, or you can do 1 block. Yeah. Josh, you have 1 or 2 blocks there underneath you, just 1. Put 2 on that height next to each other so it still is wide across the sacrum. Like sandwich them together at that height. Yes, and then turn them in towards one another. Yes, exactly. Nice. And now the upper back is on the floor, the lower back is lifted. Your sacral plate is on the blocks, and you can feel that you can lengthen the tailbone longer, the sacrum longer, onto the shelf of the block. Arms can go with wherever's comfortable. Maybe they rest on your hips, or they're down now by your sides on the floor, palms up. Maybe they're over your head again. You can hold opposite elbows above you on the floor. Staying here for a few minutes, for a few breaths, and then I'll cue you if you want to change your legs. But stay here at first. Just let the back and the spine and your bones settle. If you want to change your legs now, you can extend them forward. And if you do that, it might feel nice to take your arms up over you, but your whole body is now just the front line of your body is draped over the block. If that tweaks anything, low back, knees, then return the feet to the floor, knees bent. And with the arms over your head, you can hold opposite elbows. It just gives you a point of contact so that there's a container for you to be in. Stay as you are. If anything, just switch your forearm, if you had one, other forearm on top. Five more breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. Return the feet to the floor, knees bent. Arms down by your sides. Press down through the feet, lift your pelvis up off of your blocks, move them out of the way, and then lower down upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, all the way now, the whole back on the mat. Bring your hands to your upper thighs and push them forward. Yeah, so lower than your knees, closer to your pelvis. Push. Yeah, like the heels of your hands press up against the hip flexors. Good. Let that go. Lift your right leg up. Cross it over your left thigh. Shift your pelvis to the right. Let your knees fall to the left and twist. And then you can put your knees on something if you would like. Block or pillow. You can hold your knee with your left hand as you open up your right arm and twist to the right. You can look right or look up. Focusing on your breath, making the exhales a beat or two longer. starting your inhales low from the low abdomen and filling up to the top. Make sure that you're truly inflating your body with air on the breath in, and letting it naturally deflate on the breath out. For this last minute or so, if you want to, you can bend the left heel towards your seat. Reach your right hand to the top of your left foot and take this into the cat pulling its own tail thing, to the quad stretch of your left thigh. You bend the left knee and kick your left heel towards your seat, and then reach for that foot with your right hand. Yeah, just an option. And to feel the thigh stretch, the quad stretch, feel as if you're lengthening your left knee down towards the bottom of your mat, so that you feel the stretch in the front of the thigh. 10 breaths. Three more. Are you clenching your glute? Let it go. One more breath in. And exhale beyond the foot, release it from the hand. Hug your right knee into your chest and come to lie down on your back. Compressing at the hip crease, pulling the right knee and shin in and out towards your chest, and then out towards your right armpit. And just either stay still, pulling it in, or rock side to side, or take little circles through the knee and shin. And then drop your right foot to the floor. Bring your left foot down to the ground. Hands to your upper thighs. Push the thigh bone forward. Let that go. Lift your left leg up. Cross it over the right thigh. Shift your pelvis to the left. Let your knees fall to the right. Maybe putting something underneath your knee. And take your twist to the left. You can hold your knees with your right hand, opening up your left arm as you turn left, maybe turning your head to the ceiling instead. And your legs don't have to stay crossed as you started. You can separate the legs a little bit if you want. And once you're in and settled, slowing down your breathing again. hitting the back of your neck long, no matter which way you're looking. And if your mind is wandering and you want a mantra, if you want some things to repeat to yourself, I've been using the mantra so hum in meditation. It just means I am. So if you want to, you can say so, like S-O on your inhales, hum, like a humming sound, H-U-M on your exhales. And that means I am. It means your inner being exists. You are here. So it means really whatever you want it to mean. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Relax the glute. If you want to do the quad stretch, cat pulling its own tail, bend the right knee, kick the heel towards your seat, and reach your left hand for the top of your right foot. Pointing your right knee downwards so you feel the stretch in the front of the right thigh. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Five breaths. One more inhale. Exhale. Release the foot if you have it. Hug your left knee and shin in towards your chest. Relax the shoulder bones down. Extend the right leg forward and then pull the left knee and shin into your chest and out towards your left shoulder. As you pull it in, you can stay still or rock it or circle it. And then release your left leg long to meet your right. Both feet straight out on the floor. Stretch your arms over your head, point your toes forward, reach your fingertips back. You can kick through the heels and then point to the toes, flex and point. Just pull yourself apart in all directions. And then hug your knees into your chest, rocking up and down your spine, forward and backwards, ironing out your back, your whole back after all of that work. So do this like 5 more times, forward and back. The feet can come over your head. 3 more. And then as the next one comes up, just come to sit. Good. Sit cross-legged, reach your arms out and up, lift the bottom ribs up, and then drop your right hand to the floor, left arm up and over your ear, turn your chin to look under your left armpit. Plug your left feet into the ground. You can even bend the left hand behind your head, holding the back of your skull. Bend the left elbow, I mean. Three more breaths. If you have your hand behind your head, re-extend the left arm long. Good. Find a back bend, lean back and look under your left armpit. And then round and circle your left hand to the floor out in front of you. Walk both arms out in front of you so that you're walking your arms on a diagonal to the right, towards your right side of the room. Yeah. And then through center, and you're folding over your crisscross shins. And stay here with the arms tented and reaching, or you can come down to your elbows or put a block under your head. So you're getting into the hips. You can use your hands, move your flesh out of the way. Slide in through your sit bones, letting the heaviness of your head be on something, whether it's on your two palms or a block or two blocks. So hum. Only if that's something that's been working for you, otherwise stick to it. 10 breaths. Three more. One more inhale. And exhale. Look forward and extend your two arms out, walking them to the left now. And then keep your left arm reaching out. Open your right arm back, back bend. And lead with your right arm to sit upright, just for a moment, arms down by your sides. And then switch your shins. Other shin crossed on top. Left forearm down, right arm up and over. And now coming into this side for a minute. Plugging your right feet into the mat, looking under your right armpit, left lung rotating to the sky, left shoulder head moving away from the ear, maybe bending the right elbow and holding the back of your skull. If you feel yourself sinking down towards your left shoulder, replug your right seated, rotate your left lung up. 5 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, return your right arm over your head. Back bend, lean back. Round your spine, reach your right arm down and then your left arm out as well. So you're just stretching over to the left on the floor. And then staying low to the ground, walk your arms through center. Set yourself up for this forward fold. Now the other shin is on top on the elbows, holding your head in your hands or using a block. With a different shin in front, you're targeting a different hip. And with the shins crisscrossed rather than stacked, you might be able to fold a little bit deeper. So enjoy that. Let the back just drape over. Bringing back the mantra if you liked it, or just focusing on the breaths in and out. Five breaths. One more inhale and exhale. forward, arms forward. And then walk them on the ground to the right. Keep your right arm down, lift your left arm up, back bend, lean back. Lead with your left arm and come to sit tall. Good. Stretch both arms up for a moment. And then pull over your shins and make your way into a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, and find your down dog. Take a moment walking it out, and straighten your legs, tap through the toes, roll through the ankles, heel side to side, head yes and no. Shake out arms and legs if you like that. And then find stillness, little bend of the knees in your dog. Tilt the tailbone and the butt bones way up. Separate your feet a little more, Josh. And Janine, I think maybe bring yours together a little more so that they're really hip distance. Yes, I couldn't see the left foot, but you'll know, so you feel it. And then step your left foot forward enough that you can get your left heel down. Yeah, bend the right knee as much as you need to. Push the thumb mounds forward and just pulse, getting this stretch in the left calf, the back of your left leg. Yeah. So both knees can be a little bent, but the right knee is especially bent so that you can try to drag that left heel down, opening up from behind the left knee down to the left heel. And then slide your left foot back to where the right foot is. Find your normal down dog. And step your right foot forward enough to get the right heel down, bending the left knee as much as you need to, and just pulse the chest back towards your thighs. Stretching the right Achilles tendon, back of knee, calf. And then keep your right foot where it is and step your left foot forward. Now both feet are forward. You're in a short down dog, both heels closer to the ground. They don't actually have to be touching. Mine kind of hover because you still want to keep the integrity of the dog. You're still having the knees bent and the tailbone tilted, the butt bones lifted. So if you can see me in the camera, I'm still back bending and still in this down dog, but it's short so we can revolve it, which is going to feel good for the back. So take your left hand and reach across your body for your outer right ankle or outer right heel, anything on the outer right leg. Grab for it with your left hand. Bend the left knee a whole lot. Drop the right heel down. Turn to your right and twist. So the chin sits into your right armpit. Your knee, your left knee, sits into your left armpit, and you're turning. And I say fits as if it all does really fit. You might not actually touch chin to armpit or knee to armpit, but that's what you're going for. The left knee bends so much because you're trying to get this revolve to twist. Push the right thumb mound forward, lift up out of your right armpit. If you can't grab the heel or the ankle, you can also just grab your calf. 2 more breaths. Jamie, that's great. Exhale, look forward. The left hand comes down and you're back in your short down dog for a moment. Just shake it off, shake your head yes and no. Bend both knees, take both butt bones up, and then anchor the heel bones down. And then, Josh, you can walk your arms a lot more forward. You're more of in a forward fold in a dog. Yeah. Separate your feet an inch left, an inch right. That's it. And now take your right hand across your body to the left side of your left leg, whether it's your left heel, left ankle, left calf. Bend the right knee a whole lot. Try to stick your right knee in your right armpit and turn your chin to the left, hooking it under your left armpit, and turn. Yeah. Heavying your left heel down into your palm or into the floor. Twisting and turning. Pushing the left thumb down forward. Two breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, both hands down. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower your forearms to the mat. And then walk your feet back to a Sphinx pose. I'm just going to turn around so I can see you. Yeah. Elbows under your shoulders. Pointing through your 10 toes. Spiral your inner thighs up towards your ceiling. Inner forearms pushing down and then elbows pulling back so the chest can come through the arms. Either staying here in this active Sphinx or taking a block, putting it under your head, relaxing your head, or pushing down through your thumb mounds to straighten the elbows and coming into seal pose. So you can do one of those for some time and then switch. You can come right into seal, or if you really just want to drop the head and let the neck be free, put your forehead on something. But if you do have the forearms down, regardless of if the head is on a block or not, can you roll the shoulders away from the ears, especially if the head is on a block? Still find the shoulders in the place you want them to, rather than hunching. They're draping and sliding down your back towards your tail. Ten breaths. Three more. One more inhale. Exhale. If your head is down, lift it up. If your arms are straight, rebend the elbows so you're in the normal Sphinx. And then move your block out of the way. Widen your elbows and put your forehead on your two hands. Just create a pillow for your head with your hands. You can sway your hips side to side. And then we're gonna do I think it's called a scorpion twist. So keep your head down the whole time. Keep your head on your knuckles and keep your elbows wide. And then lift your right foot up, bend the knee, and you're going to almost kick your right foot over to the left side. Your right elbow might come up. So your forehead stays down, but your leg kicks over. And then lower the right leg down. Take a breath. Exhale. Keep your forehead down. Lift your left foot up, bend the knee, and kick it over to the right. It might touch the floor, it might just hover. Your left elbow might lift. You might get a good crack in the back. And then come back and down to your belly. Left leg long. So hips side to side. Forehead to the floor. And push yourself back up one more time to a tabletop, walking the knees in. All right. Take your 2 blocks and put them in the middle of your mat on the high or the medium height and create a wall. And then you want to make it soft. So find something soft like a blanket or a towel that you can drape over them. Just like that. And then we're going to take the pelvis on top of the block. So walk your knees back and lower your pubic bone to the 2 blocks. And then chest and one ear down. And I'll tell you when to switch. So your butt is up in the air. Your belly is forward of the blocks. It's just your pelvis that's on the blocks. So you can really breathe into the abdomen. And this should feel nice on the back, relieving any pressure in the low back. Just on the belly. I'll tell you when to switch your ear. If you don't want to have an ear down, you can also do the same thing with the forehead on your knuckles like a pillow. Similar to what we were just doing. But if you do have an ear down, I'll tell you when to switch. Switch your ear. If you have one down, turn your head the other way. 3 more breaths. After your next exhale, forehead to the floor. Ease your hands and push back to a child's pose. You can rest your elbows on the block formation. You can even rest your forehead if it touches on the block formation. Hips towards your heels. And then roll up to sit on your heel. Eyes closed, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Open your mouth, empty yourself of air. Feel your lips and inhale flow from the belly. Fill up your lungs, fill up your chest, hold it. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones, hold. Open mouth, exhale, make some noise. One last time, deepest breath yet, filling up bottom to top at your own pace. All the way up, hold it. Quick sip of air. 2 more. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your head down. Feeling your practice with gratitude or devotion or prayer.